Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? And welcome back to Off the Bounce. I'm your host, Slam the Bookie, and these are my co-hosts, Alpha Dog Bets and Hefe Picks. I hope everyone had a great weekend. This is Christmas week, man. We are going to have a good time with lots of NBA games. How are you boys doing today?
Good,
Doing
man.
good, man. Doing good.
Good to be
Nice.
back on the show with you guys. Missed Friday, was not, my normal Friday without the show. So glad to be back. Glad to be back on the show. How are you guys doing?
I'm good, man. Good. You're a little dark over there, Alpha. You good?
Yeah, my lighting was giving me some issues, so we'll have to fix it in a little bit.
All good. I'll go. Before we get started, guys, quick shout out to Pure Wage as always for sponsoring the show. If you guys haven't already, make sure to give him a follow on Twitter. He is the best in the business. All right, before we get started today, we got a 6-game slate today. Just want to, jump right into a quick weekend recap, talk about how the games were. One team I do really want to keep talking about, man, is the Cleveland Cavaliers. I know Hefe has been just backing them every single game. It's been working out. I think last game they were -3 against the Bucks, man. Odd makers just giving free gifts, I guess, for Christmas. Hefe, what do you think about the Cavs right now, man? You think they keep it rolling or what?
I'm not the only one who thinks they keep it rolling. I think that now professionals in the industry think that the Cavs are like for real. I saw on NBA.com top 5 power ranking that has the Cavaliers as the number 4 team in the league and the number 1 Eastern Conference team above the Nets, who are at number 5. It's truly like everybody's a believer. This team plays like a team. They're strong from the top to the bottom. And like I've been saying all year on this show, while other teams are zigging away from the big man-centric offense, they're zagging towards that, and it's showing.
For sure. Alpha, you got anything for the Cavs there? Or
they've been on fire. They've been absolutely on fire. It's crazy how they just keep delivering every time they're on the court. Every time you expect them to not cover, they just keep covering. So for me, they're a team you have to keep riding until the wheels kind of fall off, and we'll see how long they can ride this momentum.
Yeah, man, that's exactly what I said last time on Friday. I was just like, why not just keep riding the Cavs at this point until they lose, and then you can kind of stop betting them. But right now, if you're backing the Cavs, I think you're up like,
a lot. You're up a lot.
I want to say 13 in a row against the spread, maybe 14 at this point because it's over the weekend, which is so that if you're $100 better, you're up 1,400 in their last 14 games. It's incredible. You can pretty much now trust them against any team. I know it's crazy to think about, but we've yet to see them, though. The one caution I'll give, and then we can move on, yet to see the Cavaliers play a true contender at full strength, right? They got the Bucks, but the Bucks were decimated with the COVID injuries. So that's the only thing I'll say is I'm curious when the Cavs have a real test versus a Bulls team, a fully loaded Bucks team, a Nets team that's fully loaded, one of the big 3 from the West, the Jazz, the Warriors, the Suns, how they fare.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, who's fully loaded in today's 2021 COVID-filled NBA season? No team is really fully loaded, so I think it's something we have to get used to going forward, that these guys are all going to be playing a little shorthanded at different parts during the season.
It's funny you say that because in the pregame I was talking to Slam and I was telling him how today was the first day I realized that the NBA has a G League team in Mexico City. Why I realized that today, because the Knicks needed to sign somebody from that team in order to have the eligible amount of players needed to play in their game tomorrow, which is something I guess you're seeing every day now.
Every day, and it's not going to stop, so things we're going to have to get used to for the rest of the season.
Yeah, man, and I hope that the NBA keeps it rolling there, man, and nothing, it doesn't get canceled or anything like that.
For sure.
Sadly,
but yeah, man,
had 3 games postponed yesterday and another game tonight postponed. So sadly, as some teams are coping with it by signing replacement players, some teams just can't.
Yep,
for sure. All right, man. If you guys are watching, go ahead and hit that retweet button, boys.
Ooh, fancy schmancy.
You like that?
Wow.
I just added that in. I hope you guys like it. Hit that retweet button, guys. Hit that like button. Comment your favorite games today. We're gonna jump right into the breakdown today. Starting with an early game today. 76ers versus the Celtics. Line sitting at -3 right now, right? I think it was like a few weeks ago they played, and the 76ers ended up losing by 1, right? And I don't know. This line's a little weird to me. I'm seeing a lot of action on Celtics right now, -3, and they've been playing well at home, like really good at home. And they came back in the second half against the Warriors there. I had the Celtics in that game, and they ended up covering for me there. Shout out Marcus Smart. And again, I don't know what to decide here, man, because the 76ers, they have a lot of pending players right now in a lot of COVID issues, man. If you guys like the Celtics, I recommend probably playing it now, right? I think if COVID or any COVID issues later on closer to the show, I think this line will probably go to like -5 or 5.5 or something like that. But Hefe, man, what do you think about this game, man? Do you like Celtics in this spot?
I actually don't like the Celtics in this spot. I see a lot of people back on the Celtics. I know the last time these two played, we had a close game that I believe Philly ended up winning. And I like this spot for Philly. I know that this is one of those tough games with a lot of COVID uncertainties. To be honest, this might be a stay away because of all the uncertainties. But like you just said, if you're a Celtics backer, take this game now. As a 76ers backer, I'm waiting until closer to tip. I need more information. I feel I can get more value closer to tip off, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm leaning 76ers, but waiting till closer to tip for more info.
I'm in the exact same boat as you are. There's just so many variables. We say that a lot right now, but it's so true. When there's so many different issues going on, you have to wait, especially when there's just so much uncertainty who's going to play. So I'm going to wait on this one. I may have action later on it, but as of now, it's a stay-off game for me.
Yeah, man. I'm seeing question marks for, Andre Drummond, Maxey and Beeb.
It's everyone is pretty much
pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
I think Seth Curry is playing right now, but I would wait closer to game time here. But let's jump right into the next game, guys. Thunder versus the Grizzlies. Thunder off a crazy win, and the Grizzlies off a back-to-back here, and off a loss. What do you guys like here? You like Grizzlies in a bounce back here? Alpha, what's your thoughts on the Grizzlies today?
So I lean on the under, guys. The under is currently sitting at 216. This one should be a slower pace in this one. OKC does not want to give up too many possessions, so they should keep the pace controlled. So I see this one going under 216 pretty easily. Hefe, do you have any action on this one?
All over the Grizzlies. My favorite two-word saying, bounce back.
Yep.
The Grizzlies are, for some reason, because I can't figure out why, playing incredibly without Ja Morant. They are number one in the oddest of categories for the month of since Ja Morant's been gone for over a month. One of those categories is number one in fast break points, guys. And the Thunder are in the top half of the league in turnovers. And that, to me, spells a great combination for the Grizzlies to force some turnovers, score some turnovers, and win this game by double digits. The last time the Grizzlies won was versus a very similar opponent in the Sacramento Kings. And they went down early by 15 in that game and literally came all the way back to beat them by 20 plus. I see the same type of game plan that they had for Sacramento here tonight versus the Thunder. Give me the Grizzlies -9.
Yo, are you guys seeing that Ja is questionable?
Maybe he's progressing closer, but I don't think he plays tonight.
Yeah, I don't think he plays either. But
I don't
anyways,
think
guys,
goes as well.
do you guys, first off, do you remember the last time they played, guys? You remember the score?
Of course, this is the most lopsided game in the history of the NBA.
152-79, right? The Grizzlies rolled the last time these played. These
please don't say revenge spot.
I mean, it's a good revenge spot. I mean,
say it. Let's go. Back it up.
+9, man. That's a lot. Last time they didn't have
It's a lot. 72 last time.
Bro, but it's hard to.
Nine's not a lot. 72 is a lot.
So you think the Grizzlies are just gonna roll again?
I like the under. I don't think they're going to win by 72.
Definitely. I mean, there's definitely going to be some regression. Last time the Grizzlies scored 152. That's pretty insane, right? So, I mean, I see some regression here, and I'm with Alpha here. I lean the under.
Good play.
And I also like the points here, man. I don't know. I just don't believe in an NBA team that can just do it again, especially when they played already. So,
well, yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna, be expect them to win by 72 again. But this Thunder team, they've been shown that they could be taken for a game. They could get absolutely blown out. So it's not out of the realm that this one's lopsided. But I definitely don't think they allow themselves to get blown out this game like they did last time.
For sure. All right, man. Let's move on to this next game here. Rockets versus the Bulls. Line sitting at -7. I'm seeing -6.5. The Bulls are on a back-to-back. A good win against the Lakers there. This line's a little funky to me, man. Just looking at it. So I really don't know what to decide until closer to game time, to be honest here. But Hefe, man, what's your thoughts on the Bulls right now? Do you like him in this spot to cover?
I agree with what you just said. This is a little bit of a stinky line. Bulls are a much better team than Houston. They're on a back-to-back. Did they cover last night? I don't think so.
They did not.
No, they did not cover last night. I think it was -6, and they won by 5. Lakers played a great game, though. But DeMar DeRozan proved once again why he is the best fourth quarter scorer in the league. And they should win this game tonight at home versus Houston. But it poses the question, why is the line only -6.5? I need to wait a little closer to game time. Let's not forget the Bulls have a lot of COVID uncertainty around the team. Right now, this is a stay-away game with a lean on the Bulls for me. Alpha, how about you?
Another underplay for me, guys. It's actually my favorite play of the night, sitting at 222.5. There's big money coming in on the under as well. A lot of sharps are pouring in on that side too. Back to back, and without Levine, that offense doesn't tick as well as it normally does. And they transition back defensively a lot better when they know that they don't have those extra points coming in. So I think they'll keep this game low. I think they'll play good defense. I think they'll keep the pace low. So give me the under 222.5. It's actually my favorite play on the NBA slate today. Slam, do you have any action on this one?
No action for me, man. But I mean, you got to remember a few weeks ago, the Rockets actually upset the Bulls at home. So I mean, expect a revenge spot here. So keep that in mind.
That I can.
But right now, I mean, I'm off this game, man. But I like this next game though. Boom, Hornets versus the Jazz. Line sitting at -12.5. The Hornets are off a back-to-back. The Jazz are off a loss to the Wizards, man, at home. Both these teams are 1 and 2, like top in the league in points, man. The Jazz are number 1. The Hornets are number 2, right? I mean, Jazz are better defensively. Hornets play no defense, man. Alpha, I already know what you're thinking, man.
No. I know what you're gonna say. Alpha's taking the over. He loves overs. It's Hornets. He loves that Jazz offense. I do, but I definitely don't like it at 237. It is so high. The spread is so high at 12.5 that I am staying so away from this game. I'm not having anything on this one. Slammy, what do you got?
Man, Hefe, I want to know what you got first before I break this down.
I'm a leaner towards the Jazz at home. They're one of the best at home cover teams, but it's a lean and not an official play because I have too much respect for the Hornets' pace and their scoring ability. Flat out, I think the Jazz should get this win. This is a win that they normally do get, but I respect the pace of play that these two teams have and the Hornets' ability to score very fast. 12.5 is a lot of points in the NBA. That has backdoor cover written all over it. You could be up by 20 with 4 minutes left and lose that cover. I'm staying away from this game because of that. But Slam, I know you got a side, or I know you got over under, so tell us what you love.
I actually had the over yesterday for the Hornets game. Ended up going over easily. And the Hornets just played terrible, and I expect a a little bounce back here. I mean, offensively, not defensively because they suck on defense, but I expect their offense to be a little bit better here. And plus 12.5 is a lot to cover, but I don't trust the Hornets here. But I do like to over, man. It's high right now, 237, but I think it'll shoot over pretty easily. Especially if you think Hornets is a good dog today. I just don't think these teams can. Well, at least I don't think the Hornets can stop the Jazz at home, and I think they'll put up enough points to get this over done. Get to this over. So that's one of my picks today.
I like it. If I had to go anything on this game, it would be that. So I'm rooting for you. I'll probably end up tailing you personally on it, but I'm not going to be on it. Anything giving out. But I may give a little personal tail for you.
Cool, man. Let's jump right into this next game. Kings versus the Warriors, man. Kings are off a win against the Spurs. Warriors off a loss because they didn't have anybody playing. Now they're back home, laying minus 13.5 now. I think they ruled some people out for the Kings. Is everybody? I think Fox is ruled out still. Holmes.
Let me see here. They're all still questionable, it looks like, but it looks like they're all trending towards not going. And it's kind of where they've been the last week and a half, where they've had a lot of guys questionable, and most nights they can't get most of their guys to go. So defensively, guys, they've been giving up so many points to Kings because they just have so many rotational pieces that these guys are not used to playing with each other. I like the over in this one. You guys know how big under is better, but in this spot, I definitely like the over. Give me it at 221.5. I think that the defensive issues with the Kings will be enough that the Warriors get that over for us.
Hefe, you like anything on this game?
This is as weird as it sounds. I can't get my mind around this game. I kind of lean the Kings because of all the steam that's heading towards the Warriors. But I can't get myself to back a decimated Sacramento Kings team against, in my opinion, the best team in the league. The numbers, the statistics, the betting percentages scream Kings. But me being an NBA fan and knowing the Sacramento Kings versus Golden State Warriors, I can't literally put my money on it. This is a pass for me, full-on pass.
Understandable.
And, same for me too, man. I really don't like this game, to be honest, man. I mean, I expect a little bounce back here for the Warriors. I leaned first half of Warriors. I think actually they're not really a first half team. Actually, I do not lean the first half. I actually like the under though. I think the Warriors get it done, and I think they
going against me. Going against me, huh?
You went. Oh yeah, you had the over, huh?
I am on the over. Yep. So tell me why my pick's gonna lose.
I just don't think the Kings have it. I think Warriors are a really good defensive team, and now that they're back at home, I think the Kings are going to struggle offensively, and the Warriors are going to roll. Minus 13.5 is too much for me to take as favorites, but I like the under in this spot, man. I think the Kings blow them out. I mean, the Warriors blow them out. Sorry.
Interesting take. Okay.
Yeah. All right, boys. Last game of the slate today. I actually like this game a lot. Spurs versus the Clippers. I'm seeing PG questionable right now. Line sitting questionable at minus, for last month. I am. Line sitting at minus 4.5. Hefe, I know you talked about this game. I know you're a big Spurs guy. What's your take on this one, man?
I love this game, man, and I love the Spurs tonight. I think this is a great spot for the Spurs. I got them at plus 4.5. I could see them winning this one outright. They're coming off a loss to Sacramento yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Kind of a down spot for them. And this comes down to one thing only that I always preach when it comes down to the Spurs. Greg Popovich, after a bad loss, his teams do not have two bad losses in a row, and this is the exact type of game that they show up for, off a loss, little tiny spread, where you think, all right, well, Spurs are kind of going this way, and the Clippers are going that way, but I love the Spurs in this spot, man. Plus 4.5, give it to me. Clippers have actually lost 2 games in a row. Last time we saw them, they lost by an insane buzzer beater by Shea, who's just crushing it right now. Give me the Spurs, baby. You know how I roll. Dejounte Murray, I'm the most underrated player in the league.
2 words, Hefe. 2 words tonight when we're talking about the Clippers. It seems to be the words of your show today. Bounce back. Clippers are going to make a bounce back tonight. Clippers -5. This is the team to get them back on the winning streak, and they will get it done. Take the Clippers -5. That's my play in this game. Slam, do you have any action on this one?
Wow, man. I'm with Hefe. I like the Spurs with the points here. You know,
I love how this usually goes.
It's a small line here. 4.5. I like the Spurs to potentially win this out. Keep it close. The Spurs are a type of team to get out hot, start hot in the first quarter, and then kind of just slow down. So if they don't slow down, they'll get it done. You kind of know if the Spurs will win or not in the first quarter. To be honest, that's kind of how they've been playing lately. But I mean, good win against the Jazz though. They won outright in the second half, but they also choked that second quarter away too, which is stupid as fuck. But yeah, man. For me, I'm taking the Spurs. Plus
let's ride, baby. Let's ride.
Hefe Slam versus Alpha. Who you got?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's jump right into best bets. Alpha, take it away.
Wade to LeBron. Let's kick off bets, guys. My first play of the night, as I said earlier, is going to be the Bulls and the Rockets under 222.5. And my other play tonight is going to be the Kings Warriors over 221.5. Those are my two best bets. Hefe, what do you want tonight?
I also got two with a third kind of depending on how the night goes. I'll give that one first. 76ers plus whatever it ends up, if the correct players are in, would be a third best bet. But if you're a 76ers backer, please wait till closer to tip. You have to know that you actually can name some of the players on the team before taking them. So my two best bets that you could take right now, Grizzlies -9. They beat the Thunder by 72 points last time. They can beat them by 10. And the Spurs plus 4.5 because nobody shits on Dejounte Murray and Greg Popovich. You heard me, Alpha?
Yeah, no, I heard you.
Slam, what do we got?
All right, man. My first pick, I actually like the 76ers plus the 3.5, but I'm waiting way closer to game time, guys. At least an hour, 30 minutes. This line will be, this line would be moving if a couple guys are out. In my second play, Hornets versus Jazz, I like the over. I like the Hornets to be active dogs tonight and get this cover. I don't think Hornets will be able to stop the Jazz, so in order for them to cover, they will have to score. So this over will hit tonight. And then my third pick, I like the Spurs plus the 4.5. All right, boys. And real quick, big shout out to Pure Wage for sponsoring this show. And if you haven't, make sure to give him a follow. He is the best in the business. What's up, man?
Guys, we got a football game starting in 3 minutes. You guys want to get it?
Let's go Browns.
Let's go Browns.
I'm on Browns too.
Browns
plus 3.
Browns collab.
3.
Off the bounce.
Browns
NBA, NFL collab. Round it up.
Exactly. Don't overthink it, guys. Nick Mullins is a proven winner in this exact spot. He can never win a game that he plans to start.
100%.
But when it's unplanned, the man literally plays like Brett Favre.
Y'all don't need to retweet this right now, by the way. We're wrapping up.
All right, guys. We will be back tomorrow, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We will see you boys tomorrow. Peace.